catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosch. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the Trey, yes and no, friends and the foes, the Butlers and the Heroes. You can feel it in your soul, the win the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing, like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah! Welcome to the Basement Sports Network post-game show. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepherd, and I'm joined on this very special occasion, this MLK Day, by a few friends of mine. We're going to introduce the white people first, since it is MLK Day, and y'all know my feelings about that. First, we got my man Hot Take Harrison. Harrison, how are you doing today?
Another great Heat game. I'm doing good.
Good job. Keep them short, y'all, because I got a special prize for y'all. I got a special gift for everybody on Martin Luther King Day. Got to introduce my girl Jess, pulling up to work. Jess, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I'm sorry in advance for my voice, and if I start coughing or anything during the stream, I'm good. But yeah, that was some interesting textbook Heat basketball right there.
No, for sure. Also, we got my guy Stonathan pulling up one time. Stone, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'll keep it even shortest. All I'm going to say is culture.
How appropriate. And of course, rounding out the panel, we got the man, the myth, the legend that you all came to see, the boy, the crown prince of crime of the basement. We got my guy Cain Threat. Cain Threat, how you doing today, my guy?
Man, marvelous. Another Heat game, another outcome that's predictable. What can I say?
No, for sure. My surprise left a little bit. I'm trying to get it to pull back up. But we want to thank Brian with the $4.99. Don't know. He said that was a perfect representation of a team that made offseason moves to improve and one that didn't do a motherfucking thing. Murray bitched us all game. DeJounte Murray and the boy Trae Young, they gave us work. Give me that next comment, Justin. Who else was it? The boy Justin Sleep. Oh, Alex Campbell with the $4.99. Don't know. He said, I blame this on Royal. Don't care. Ended the last show with that MLK bar. That karma came hitting threes. First of all, this is going to happen whether or not I said anything about Martin Luther King. Y'all, I see what y'all doing here. Y'all not going to do it. Brian, you hit us with another $4.99. Don't know. He said, that shit looked just like last year's Game 7. Jimmy and Bam without anyone else helping out. Threat, you were right. Was it? Isn't he always, though? Isn't he always? So, we got people talking about you in the comments. We're going to come to you again, Threat. Go ahead and give me your thoughts on today's game.
I mean, are we really surprised? Boys told me before the game started, Herro's back. Caleb Martin's back. Gabe Vincent in the starting role. And what do we have? Another Miami Heat loss. The stink is still there, ladies and gentlemen. It got camouflaged. It got lost because we played some teams without their best players. And then we ran into a team that was actually kind of healthy with their two best players present. And what happened? We went down by 20 plus this game. Who are we missing? Who Yurtseven? Who are we gonna excuse this loss on this time? Yurtseven didn't get any minutes. Jovic not here. Like, what is the excuse?
Point guard threat. We didn't have.
That's the one. That's the one.
Lowry.
Because I know a lot of people were harping on Gabe Vincent and how efficient he would look once the starters come back. He would fit right into that role. And then you get the regular Gabe Vincent that, is very well expected. Jimmy 30-plus masterclass wasted. Bam 2010 double-double wasted. Herro was very inefficient, rusty. I'm running out of adjectives to describe this team outside of piss poor. It's not a good team, and I know a lot of people are coming at Coach Spo in the comments and in the group chats. Bro, what do y'all want Spo to do? This roster is literally not good. It's not a good roster. For years and years and years, Spo has been punching above his weight class with the roster that's been given to him, and now that he's actually coaching to his weight class, now that it actually looks regular and he's not doing a spectacular job, he's catching a lot of heat. Flat out, the roster is not good. And it's simple as that, bro. There needs to be changes. Whether it should have been done already or whether it's going to happen, we'll see.
Yeah, first of all, you're not going to call me a hoe like that to my face talking about this Gabe Vincent shit. I know what I said, and I kind of stand by that until he play like this. And then I'm finna moonwalk like Michael Jackson. That boy got me. Thank you, Darren Jordan, with the $10 don't know. He said, I hear the scooter agenda is over, but I hear the Amen. I'm in Thompson train starting up. I have no idea who these college people are. I only want Scoot or Wimby. Like, those are my two people. But listen, it's only one game. Hold on. Somebody said we need to stop Asian hate with Spo. Listen, we're not hating on Spo. That's the folks in the comments. Let's come to you, Harrison. After we get to this, Darius Jordan with the $5 don't know. He say, hey, yo, Rusty, you say.
Hey, I'm just reading comments. That's what I heard. He was rusty. That's what I saw.
You are sick, man. My boy Kendall said they complaining about Spo not playing Jimmy Moore, LMAO, with his jacked up knees. It ain't but so much Jimmy you can play. You got 33 minutes out of him, and that was a lot. Harrison, we coming to you. Give me your thoughts on tonight's game or this afternoon's game.
Yeah, same old, same old. I was gonna piggyback on what Threat said. I was doing a little research right before I got on here. I look back to December. The Heat are 14-9 in those games. Out of those, which isn't bad. It's fine. They've only beaten two teams 500 or better with the fully manned in the last 23 games. They're really cleaning up on some teams that aren't that good. The schedule gets significantly harder for the rest of the season. And the other point I want to take on is we've seen all these stats about how good the Heat shot quality has been this year. So, if you want to pick and choose what you want to complain about with Spo, he's getting the team good looks. He has not been giving guys that can make shots. They were 8 for 31 from three today. They stink from three. Like, when you watch them and you watch the shots, it's hard. It's like, wait, how are they missing all these? Because the other team ain't missing all these open shots. And I just think we're kind of in this, I don't know, it's almost like a Twilight Zone, Bizarro kind of thing where it's like, these guys they're done with each other. This team can sit here and continue to pretend like they're fine. And, they just need to get healthy or whatever the excuse is every game. But for the most part, they're just not a great team. If they're a 6 seed or lower in the playoffs, they're getting bounced in the first round. And I just think like we have to keep coming up here spinning our wheels. It's like they need to make some changes. The internal improvements happen. Bam's having a great year. Bam is an all NBA this year, all NBA player this year. You see Jimmy can turn it on whenever he wants to, which he'll do again in the postseason. And the rest of these guys are interchangeable to me. Just get in whoever you can, and let's move on. Because this is tiresome. The Hawks are not a very good team. Murray had a great game, so you give him credit. I think Trae Young had a ton of turnovers, so it kind of was like he can score, but he was not doing his best out there. And it's just for me, this is an annoying season for the Heat because I think a lot of us saw it coming, and so for it to come to fruition isn't so much an "I told you so." Just like this is frustrating as a fan of basketball to be watching the same issues show up night after night after night.
It's just not good ball to watch, bro. It's just horrible. I think to your Trae Young point, I think at one point Trae Young had more turnovers than field goals made, and it was like deep into the third quarter. I don't even know if he finished the game like that, but I know at one point he had that, and they were still busting our ass wide open. I'm not gonna pause that. I like the way that sounded, so we're gonna keep it like that. Thank you, Brian, with the $9.99. Don't know. He said also TJ was right last show too. He often is. He said, we lost to a struggling Bulls team who was talking trades before it. Now we lost to a struggling Hawks team who was talking getting a new coach mid-season. This shit's sad. Listen, bro, it is what it is. Like, this team is mid. Dad in the film jet with the $5 dono. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to this man YouTube channel. And subscribe to ours too if you're not already subscribed and like this video. He said, Royal A. Martin Luther King Day Hayden Shepherd. What up, big dog? What's going on, big dog? My last name has an H after the P. You make sure you spell it properly when you come up here and you go to disrespect me. Now, let's turn this show up one more time by pulling up one more of them guys. One time for the one time. Bring my dog up here. God's second favorite. Cain Kendall pulling up. Get that hoe out my spot, though.
Hello.
Hello, Cain
Hello.
Kendall. How are you?
I'm good, bro. Good. Just had a good time. You know, family wedding and stuff. Back at the crib. So I'm chilling.
That's wonderful. What did you think about this athletic contest of hoops tonight on Martin Luther King Day?
Here today we have behold yet another clutch game for the Miami Heat, where the game is within 5 points with 5 minutes left to go. You saw your regular Jimmy do good things on the basketball court. Bam Adebayo do good things on the basketball court, picking and choosing his spots and taking over a game for here and there. I saw Tyler Herro struggle. Coming off injury, some people say rust, even though Bam was ineffective supposedly. But you know, it's funny how the verbiage for certain people, especially on this here day. Now let me get in that bag. And then we saw a whole bunch of chicken shit everywhere else. Debo had 10 assists, which is cool, but Caleb Martin, no impact. Max Strus, no impact. Gabe Vincent, no impact. And it just is what it is, man. It's another day around the track with the Miami Heat. You know what I'm saying? The only thing was missing was fat nigga threes and flopping. You know.
Hey man, of course, I ain't gonna get in that bag either. Jess, give me your thoughts on the game. We being good today, man. We loving all black people today.
I mean, I think the thing that you learn watching this team and us being fans over the years is that the second you get hopeful about a player, about the team as a whole, it's just like always going to go poorly. And that's why like a lot of us sound like pessimistic people, but I think we've just been through this so many times that it's like, you know, the same thing with like Gabe, like, yeah, we were all kind of hyped, but it's that cautious optimism I always talk about. Because then you see a game like today that you knew was coming. I mean, you knew that was going to happen. You knew after a couple good wins that we were going to have a sorry loss like this today. And so it sucks. And I think that there were just some blatant mistakes along the way. First of all, I just want to say this, like far be it from me to ever question Greg Popovich, but I mean, Dejounte Murray is unreal. Like I don't know if he just wanted to cook us, but the games I've watched him in this year, I mean, the guy is just, I don't know how you do it. Gallinari and three for whatever it was that. I don't know. That guy's a beast. But I think, you know, one thing is if you're Spo and you're making this like cognizant decision to put Bam on the bench and put Orlando Robinson in, not that he doesn't need to take a breather during the game because he does. We can't play him all game. But in the fourth quarter, like going on a whatever it was or going on a 7-0 run with him out, I mean, you got to like make decisions. Everyone's going to be tired, you know. Jimmy's like beat to shit. Like this guy played almost the whole game, but it's like Orlando Robinson is good because it's like it's better than Dedmon, and it's good to know that, you know, we can take Bam out for a second and maybe not like, you know, lose tragically, but like we can't keep up. He was out way too long in this game. They took him out multiple times in each quarter, and especially in the fourth quarter. It's like you can't do that. You can't do that.
He came out for 2 minutes though.
I don't know. Really? That's it in the fourth?
Yeah.
They took him out throughout the game. I'll have to look, but all I know is they were going on runs every time he came out. And again, he needs a breather, but I think Orlando played too much. I don't know how many minutes he ended up playing, but I mean, other than that, Jimmy can turn it on anytime that he wants. Like we said, I love that he's always looking to help people score before himself, but sometimes like in a position like today, it's like, yeah, this guy has to go off because no one else was doing what they were supposed to be doing. Bam had a really rough first half, but he picked it up in the second half. And so, just same old, like, Herro questionable, trying to do too much in the first half. Strus, like, I don't know. It was just like a typical Heat, Yeah.
Bro, we can't hear you, bro.
It's because I'm muted. That's why. It was because I had it on.
Yeah, that's you.
But Orlando Robinson only played 12 minutes. But I mean, look, the reason he's another one that we get on this hype train with, like we did with Gabe Vincent, where it's like they come in, they do something. He's better than Dedmon. That was the bar, but that's a very low bar. So it's like once you have to see that for an extended period of time, then his flaws become magnified. Now, like it was cool when he wasn't the backup and he was pretending to be. Now that he is the actual backup,
this guy stinks.
Who the fuck you, Justin? I will kick your ass out the studio. Fuck is you, Tim? But Orlando Robinson is equally the same trash that Dedmon was. Like
I think that was about Orlando Robinson.
Longer.
Oh, my bad.
Those minutes
bad,
felt
Justin.
longer.
They did.
That was
they
about Orlando Robinson.
My bad, Justin. I didn't mean to talk to you like that, bro. You know how Stone, go ahead and give me your thoughts on the game, bro.
Yeah, I'm actually really appreciative for this game. The last time I remember the Heat were down big and they mounted one of these, heroic fake comebacks that they love to mount, that I can remember was against the Boston Celtics in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals. And I was really appreciative that this time Max Strus took it out of the officials' hands and just decided to be asked all completely on his own. And that it wasn't an official coming through and saying his foot was on the line this time. So I was appreciative of that the Heat were just very much their authentic selves today. That is what we saw. We saw Miami Heat basketball today. All these guys that we've been giving, our marginal praise to, they all threw it right back in our face. They stunk it up. I was trying to figure out like what happened with minutes, because obviously Jamal Cain didn't play tonight and he played kind of significant minutes the last few nights that they played. Honestly, the minutes didn't go back to like some of these scrubs like I expected. They just went to Caleb and Tyler, who were also just completely hot ass tonight. And I would say that's where they lost the game, was in those guys getting significant minutes.
I don't know if they lost the game and them getting significant minutes, but you're right to your larger point, where like their presence was always going to take away minutes from guys like Jamal Cain. Like that's just how that's how this roster is built. They're not going to not play Tyler Herro. They're not going to not play Caleb Martin. But this is a different team when they play. Tyler Herro, in particular, like he takes up a lot of shots. And on a night like tonight, he can miss a lot of shots that like take this team out of rhythm.
No, I saw a tweet before. It's funny you say that. I saw a tweet before this game from like one of the big basketball heads. I forgot who put it out there, but they were saying they put up a bunch of clips of Vic Oladipo in the last few games running PNR action with Bam, and they were saying with Tyler coming back to the lineup tonight, we kind of expect this to, we want to see Tyler take some of these looks and really cook with them. But he didn't tonight. It was actually the opposite. And in a way, it almost felt like he was getting in Bam's way at times. It was really funny when Bam made that huge defensive stop at the end and it turned into the Jimmy dunk going the other way. It almost felt like Bam watched Tyler the entire defensive set and just picked up his man at the very last second when he didn't see Bam coming. That's kind of how he made that play. And so it's just like, that was, we want to call Herro rusty, bad, whatever. The most disappointing thing was that we didn't get kind of some of that good stuff sprinkled in where he's cooking on the PNR with Bam. I didn't see any of that tonight.
Yeah, I think that's kind of one of the things that people harped on, like early on in the season, how Tyler had this amazing chemistry. We didn't see any of that tonight. I do want to focus on Tyler Herro a little bit. First game back, Threat, how did he look to you? Well, I know how he looked, but
he looked like fucking shit. He played terrible. He was absolutely rusty. He was 0 for 7 from 3 before he hit that late 3 in the game to finish for 1 for 8. He looked lost defensively, looked lost offensively. Whether you want to call it rust, I don't know. I don't know what it is. He didn't look good. But at the end of the day, if we can't really complain about Tyler chucking up shots, especially if it's 16. Because if we being real, 5 of those shots going to Max Strus, 5 of those other shots going to Gabe Vincent. And if I'm being real, I'd rather it be Tyler Herro getting those 10 shots from Gabe Vincent and Max Strus than them taking it. So, I mean, you live and you die with it, bro, at the end of the day.
Bro, to be honest with you, though, like, that's the real point, though, because that's part of what impacts Gabe Vincent's game. Like, Gabe Vincent can't get off with Tyler Herro on the court because his role changes entirely. He's not like, man, Harry, you over there laughing a lot over there, bro. Who over there telling you jokes? But I want you to talk about Tyler Herro's game next, bro. Like, what did you see from Tyler?
No, you just had another pause moment, but I didn't know if you're gonna talk about.
I'm pausing, bro. I'm pausing. He can't get off with Tyler Herro.
Yeah, I mean, I think Threat did a good job there. It just wasn't a very good Tyler game, whether it was rust or he's thinking about the new kid or whatever's going on in his head. Not a great game for him. Hopefully he can do better going forward. I think a lot of what happened tonight, and it was part of, like, you noticed it after halftime, was they started like running the offense through Bam, and that helped quite a bit. So I'm waiting for this team to figure out that, like, Bam's the best player we got on both ends in every aspect of it. Like, run through your big man who can't be stopped. That should include when Tyler's not hitting, they should be trying to find, like, I don't mind if you take open shots, but when they're not hitting, you gotta do something else to help the team. I think we talked about this a few streams ago. We talked about it on the pod. We had liked Tyler's passing before he slipped and fell on a wet spot at the end of the game. I still can't believe that happened. And so it's just about, like, coming into the game, finding. Can you hear me? Coming into the game, finding your spots, and trying to really help the team win. And I just thought tonight he wasn't doing a lot of that. It wasn't really it wasn't a great Tyler game. And, I kind of think that they need to kind of figure it out. And that's also the issue with guys missing games, right? It takes you games to get back together because they'd really been flowing with Depot and Gabe in the last few games. And now you got to incorporate Tyler, who likes to shoot a lot. And Caleb had been out for a few games. So all of these guys missing games and stuff is affecting them. And hopefully they can figure it out after they make a trade in the next few weeks. I can't watch this team anymore.
No, real shit. I don't know nothing that you were just saying because I was lagging through that whole thing, but you probably was spitting. I'm almost going to guarantee that you were spitting, Harry. Go ahead, Kendall. I want you to talk about Tyler Herro tonight too, bro.
I mean, I kind of agree with that. Like, bro, it's like, and I kind of felt this way. I honestly felt this way last year when they wasn't running offense through Bam. And now Bam just decided to, like, do it on his own, a lot of ISO shit. Tyler was ass, bro, but, like, I don't want to see Gabe Vincent and Max Strus. Like, I don't want to, Caleb Martin, bro, I don't want to see them shoot the basketball, bro. Like, at all, bro. Like, the pecking order for me is Bam, Jimmy, Bam, 1 or 2, always, under all circumstances, bro. I be wanting them two, the only people to shoot. And then Tyler, bro, like, and if he on the court by himself, bro, like, without any of those two, then fuck it. I don't care. And now Depot getting in my good graces. He becoming, he's showing more of his offensive game and being more consistent. But, bro, like, he was chucking out. Huh?
Depot was rough tonight too.
Yeah, bro. That's why I said, man, I need 25 games. Cause he done had about 5 good ones, but that shit can tail off like nothing, bro. It's just is what it is. And I think something that was common to why Tyler struggled, bro. It's a lot of niggas over there on the Hawks, bro. that play in the guards and in the wing positions, bro. Like, that can move their feet very fast. Like, it's athletes over there. And to be real, like, bro, it even got to a point Tyler was struggling so bad in the third, he was asking for a screen with Tyler Herro in front of him. And he was supposed to be with Trae Young. And he supposed to be in Trae Young category. Like, bro, you can't be asking Bam to come screen for you with Trae Young in front of you.
I ain't gonna lie to you. You know that last possession when they were trying to inbound the ball and they was like staring Tyler down?
Oh my god!
No. You know who was guarding Tyler Herro on that play?
I was looking at my phone. I just heard the whistle, and then looked up and saw the 5.
They
But
pulled the
okay,
Miami Dolphins.
bro, like, come on, Tyler. And I don't like the fact that, like, yeah, I heard her say something about, but I see what you did. I see what you did. That was fire. It all disconnected in my mind. That was fire. I just heard her say 5 and Dolphins, and I'm like, all right, but yeah, you cooking now. Don't let me get started. Unacceptable. But
you done threw that boy on track.
Hey, bro, I want to punch that nigga in his face. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Bro, 5 seconds getting calls off in a playoff game, bro. I don't care, bro.
We didn't do a playoff post-game stream. This game weren't worth the fuck. We could spend. Y'all want to spend 10 minutes talking about the Dolphins right quick?
Hey,
got a couple Dolphins fans.
Hey, don't turn me up.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't turn me up.
I'm about to say I'm about to pull Harry ass into.
My last point about Tyler, bro. Like, bro, stop being a dickhead, bro. And shooting all the time. Like, you come back into games after missing 3-4 games, bro. Try to be a playmaker, bro. Try to feed Bam. Let Bam open your game up. Like, he was just shooting he just shoots sometimes. You could tell when he shoots just to, like, get a rhythm or gain confidence and stuff. Like, it is never within the flow. Right. In the same way you can tell when Bam is frustrated or something like that, like, or unsure of himself. Like, they both got to get over them humps. So it's like, bro, if you miss like 6-7 games or however many it is, bro, come back and try to make plays and then like eat off everybody else. Like, stop trying to be the one because you're not even the 3.
I think that's a great point though about how a lot of times Tyler Herro doesn't try and fit in the offense. He tries to be the offense, and that's exactly what you're saying, bro. Like, that shit is true though, bro. It's like at times when he touching the ball, you know that he finna shoot it. Because he ain't shot it in a while or something like that. Like, you know he finna try and get his. And if we know it, then everybody else know it. And somebody say, but he had 10 assists. Who? Tyler had no fucking 10 assists. I think
they're talking about
Depot.
Oh, ain't nobody give a fuck. Depot shot 3 of 8, 0 for 4 from Depot. It had 7 points. Darius joined with the $10 dono. He said they couldn't get the ball in on the last play because Bam was ineffective. Look, who am I to speak on that? I do. Well, let's talk about that a little bit, Jess. Was Bam ineffective because of Bam, or was Bam ineffective because people weren't getting him the ball like early on in this game? We all know Bam is a rhythm player. Those early shots kind of help him establish a rhythm, and he was not really like getting those early on in this game.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a mix of both, and that's just because like when you watch Bam in like the fourth quarter, like he could do that anytime that he wants. He could turn it on and literally like just score on almost anybody in the league. Like, he just doesn't always do that. But also I don't think that the first half of the offense was necessarily like catered to him. I don't think that they were like really using him effectively or running many plays for him. I think we were driving and kicking out to the fucking 3-point line and missing shots like the whole first half. Like, that's basically all I remember. So it's like Bam at any point could post up almost anybody in this league. So I don't know why he doesn't just do that. So I think it was a little bit of both. I also think, I mean, he was missing like some of the shots that he normally takes. So he was, a little cold in the first half also. But yeah, we weren't really involving him in the offense, and he wasn't, in his rhythm or wanting to take over like he did in the second half. I mean, I think he had 4 points in the first half. He finished with 20. So he had a really great second half.
Yeah, in the second half, he definitely started saying, fuck y'all, I'm finna take this ball up and I'm finna shoot it. and to your point, he could do that like at any point that he wants. So it does follow him something as to why he didn't do that in the first half. I want to thank Darius Jordan again with the $10 dono. He said Bam was ineffective because I saw it on the Bird app. On the Bird site. You see a lot of shit on the Bird site. Don't believe everything you read on there. Them folks is shot out. They're not real. Just be honest, guys. That Bird app, them people on there are not real. They're not regular human beings like you and I. Y'all not even real to be real. Y'all are algorithm people. Y'all are zeros and ones. But I guess y'all can understand it. Y'all are digitized just like them folks on Twitter. Harry, I want you to talk a little bit about Bam. Like, where do you place most of this kind of like ineffective thing on? Like, do you place it on him not shooting, or do you place it on people not getting him the ball?
So I think the Bam issue, and I know we debated a lot last postseason, like, is it Bam? Is it them not getting the ball? Is it scheme? And so I think sometimes when he's matched up against a bigger guy, there's still like, I don't know. So I like the last few games because it seemed like he wasn't. Remember, if you remember in the postseason a few years ago, he did not look good against Brook Lopez, and he took his lunch money in the last few games. He was not worried about Brook Lopez anymore, which is good. I think Capella messed with him a little bit early on, but I don't think the Heat make his life very easy. Bam is, I don't know the exact number, but he's one of the best paint scorers in the league. That's where he does most of his damage. They need to do things to get him involved, and sometimes they just forget how good he is down there. And I think it's because he doesn't have a lot of his own like post moves yet or anything. He's still working on it. He's 25 years old. He's a young guy trying to figure it out. So I think it's like a good step for him this year. The team has to get him involved. That has to be something from the get-go every game, from the tip, from the jump ball. And it just seems like they forget about it. And the other part about it, which I'll be harping on for years, is this is now Bam's 6th year in the league. He's been on the Heat the entire time. They have done nothing to make his life easier. They have never put a guy next to him that benefits his game. They have never put a guy next to him that helps him out defensively. It's always these stopgap guys that aren't good enough. And I just think there's a lot of pressure on this guy who is the best defender. I think he's the best defender on our team, at least doing the most all the time. And the things that he can do. And I don't think the team does anything to help him. So, while I understand people want to blame Bam sometimes, I don't think that was like that. It wasn't obviously the best first half for him, and he definitely came through in the second. It just seemed like once they started realizing we got to get the ball to Bam, he really picked up his game. And knowing that, and us all knowing that, they have to incorporate him from the get-go. You guys have been talking about him as a rhythm scorer. I think that's true. And they just need to design more plays for him. So if that's maybe Tyler being a little too selfish coming back, or them not having the guard play that's good enough to get him to get to his spots right, we kind of can both admit that neither Lowry or Vincent are very good at kind of helping Bam and putting him in spots that he needs. That's why I think Depot's been helping and why he's been better, but they need guys that help out their best players. They need guys that help Jimmy. They need guys that help out Bam. And until they do that, we're going to be sitting here all the time bemoaning how good these two guys are and just how it's not translating to wins when it matters. And I think that's what's frustrating as Heat fans.
You're on mute, bruv.
That boy said,
Oh, that's because I was eating the goddamn conch that my wife put in here. She must have heard my stomach grumbling from the kitchen, bro. Like, so she brought me some conch mid-show. I love that woman. But I want to thank my guy Relaxing Music with the $1.99 dono. He said Bam's game is complicated. Yes, it is, but your insurance does not need to be. So thank the primary sponsor of the Basement Sports Network, Simple Health Advisors. Ladies and gentlemen, insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you email them or give them a call today and tell them that the basement sent you. James Poe, our man, email him at jpoe@simplehealthadvisors.com or give him a call at 321-345-7738. Listen. The girl just put out a tweet about this the other day about how people lobbed me in the comments. And the boy Relaxing Music has to have played point guard because I think I got 3-4 of them from him this season. So appreciate Relaxing Music for setting the boy up. Appreciate the people over at Simple Health Advisors. And I'm trying to keep this conversation going, but I'm low-key ready to go ahead and get up out of here. Stone, I don't know what we were talking about, so we're finna talk about something else. We ain't talking too much about Jimmy Butler, and I know you like the I ain't gonna say it. You are a Jimmy Butler fan, so I want you to talk about the Jimmy Butler masterclass that we got tonight.
Yeah, it was a masterclass, but it was honestly, like, to an extent, a little bit concerning to me, and it was a little eye-opening to me in kind of some of the stuff that you guys have been saying about, like, your arguments for why Bam should be the first scoring option, because there was a moment in the game where it felt like Jimmy had completely taken over and everything was falling for him, but they couldn't claw their way back in the game. And so if they can't do it against this team on a Monday afternoon where Jimmy is just making everything What makes me believe when Jimmy's making everything in the playoffs that the result isn't going to be anything different against way better teams? I have no reason to believe that. Where the game started to be meaningfully impacted and shifted was when Bam started taking over. And I think it's because it commands so much more attention and energy, and it creates so much more open space for everyone to be better on both sides of the ball. And I really think that for them to go anywhere, they're going to need to figure out how they can get a Bam bucket when they need a Bam bucket, what those plays look like, what those sets look like, what it means to get him involved, what players need to be on the court with him to maximize his game. All stuff that I felt like Harry was saying. I'm really excited to see what this team, well, I guess I shouldn't be that excited given the last couple of deadlines, but I'm being a little optimistic. I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm willing to get hurt. I'm gonna be a little optimistic. I'm just hoping that we can get a power forward to play next to Bam that is not 6'5". That's all I would like to see. We want to talk about making Bam's life easier. I think that could start on the defensive end by just getting someone that he doesn't have to be rebounding over two other people while also helping out on Caleb Martin's guy and on Tyler Hero's guy while already guarding someone that probably is taller than him.
I ain't gonna lie, that boy Bam was doing everything today. Boy had 20, 13, 5 assists, 3 blocks, 3 steals, all over the goddamn court, and we still.
I just want something. You don't want a 4, bitch. I want a guard who can get the ball, ISO a nigga, and pop. Hezzy some shit.
We're never gonna get that.
And just drive to the bro. There's a lot of people who could just dribble drive to the basket, bro. Terry Rozier.
We have no interest in them.
Like Terry Rozier can dribble drive, bro. Like someone who can like put some pressure on the defense, like and not fold up that Bam can play off of, like that don't have to be in the action.
I know it was funny when I read that report that they said. When I read that report that said Minnesota don't want Kyle Lowry for D-Lo straight up, I thought that was hilarious. I don't know if anybody else saw that and thought it was funny. I thought it was pretty funny. But let's get to this next game. I'm not going to do a whole hour. We play the Pelicans on Wednesday. I'm not going to be here, but there will be a show. Like, I'm not going to be here, though. So we're going to go to Stone first. Stone, the boy feeling good?
I'm not feeling good. I think New Orleans is kind of a mismatch for us, whether you want to talk about size, talent, whatever you want to say. We're going to be going to their place. Assuming everyone's healthy, I haven't really looked at any health stuff. I would like New Orleans to beat us pretty good, especially kind of catching us off a down game. And I think they got some guys that can make Tyler Hero's life equally hell with length and quickness and that kind of stuff.
Herb Jones, masterclass. If that boy ain't traded. Harry, the boy feeling good?
No, sir. Don't like the Pelicans on the road. I understand that Zion's still recovering from his injury, and they've been a little up and down. But Trey Murphy's really good. I think Valanciunas is going to give us a lot of trouble. He always does. And they're just long, and these bigger, longer teams are going to cause the Heat some trouble. I don't really like the matchup. I know we play them twice, so I guess we're playing at New Orleans, and we'll play at Miami. I don't know if that's like the next game or later on in the week. I don't like the matchup, and I really didn't like this game. I know people will, they'll take their moral victory. They'll take their moral victories from it and be like, "Yeah, we're down by 26. We cut it." I don't like it, and I hope I'm wrong, but I feel kind of bad about it.
Damn, Harry, you stopped talking as soon as I bit into the comp, bro. My bad. Jess, the girl feeling good? Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Go cook, bro.
Jess, the girl feeling good?
That was awesome. No, I don't feel great about that. I think, like you said, like Valanciunas, he's not random, but he definitely just kills us all the time. I don't know what it is. McCollum's a bucket. Like I just don't think that it's going to go well for us, especially over there. So, I'm expecting a very similar game. Oh, am I supposed to throw the lob to somebody? Thread, how do you feel about the next game?
Absolutely not. Do it over, Jess. Absolutely not.
Wait, how does it go?
Not Jess. No. Come on. We halfway through the season.
Brett,
Big
boy
Will
feeling
choke
good.
on his
Oh,
food.
Brett, the boy feeling good?
The boy is not feeling good at all. The Pelicans are up and down after they went on a little, I think, 5 or 6 game win streak. I think they've been back and forth, whatever, since the Zion injury. At the end of the day, they're the third best team in the West, and we're not a top 5 team in the East. Enough said. We're going to get absolutely smoked. I don't care who's on the court. I don't care if Zion's cousin was on the court and he didn't play. This Heat team is dog shit at the end of the day, so it really doesn't matter. We'll probably lose that game. We'll probably lose the following game to Dallas. I think we play the Pelicans again. We'll probably split that one, and then I know we play the Celtics. So it's looking really bleak for the boy. So the boy is not feeling good at all. So I'm going to throw this last lob. Dog Kendall, man. The boy feeling good or what? What's the word, gang?
I'ma just Elliot to Stone and go last. Stone, is the boy feeling good? Cause I ain't here. I heard gang, and I don't know. My shit started lagging.
Stone went first.
Oh, Stone went first. I didn't know if Threat was sending it to me or to somebody else. Nah, the boy not feeling it, bruh. Football season almost over. I gotta watch the Heat and be like, do something. Just poke him with a stick and just say, do something. Knowing that they ain't gonna do nothing at the deadline. Damn, bro. The comments said you look like Lowry at the buffet eating that conch. That's crazy. But yeah, he.
Boy, you is a lie. Fuck. Put it up.
We
they must have deleted it.
Nah, it's in the chat. You just gotta find it. Nah, that boy Herro about to go up against some more guys with some length, athleticism. Trey Murphy, Herb Jones. It might get ugly, man. That Depot included, because Depot don't know when he don't got an advantage athletically, so he think he can just attack everybody. Even bigs. Hey. But I fuck with it. Fuck it. He got hard though. That nigga got hard. Yeah, it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly.
Cap. The Heat about to blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about? I don't give a fuck if Zion about to drop 45 points on Caleb Martin. I don't care if we don't have an answer for their starting center or their backup center. I don't care if we don't have an answer for CJ McCollum. I don't care if Bam is notoriously terrible versus Jonas Valanciunas. I also don't care that Jimmy Butler might not play this game because he done played too many in a row. I don't care that we might have Kyle Lowry back. So there, those are all my points. And that's all I got for you. So thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Who is this?
Don't care. We finishing the show.
All right, yeah, for sure. Thank you to everybody who pulled up on the panel. My guy Hot Take Harrison Stone, the girl Jess, one time for the one time. And of course, those two brothers at the top, Cain Kendall and Cain Threat. I look like Satchmo. First of all, folks, play the video. Oh, shit. Oh, no, wait, I can't. That's not real.
Oh, yeah. We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air. We about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe. You already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the Trey, yes and no, friends and the foes, the Butlers and the Herro. You can feel it in your soul. So when the ring is the goal, but if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes. Going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off.